poprzednim odcinku.
Oh, so cute.
Tylko, że nie. Moi drodzy, kontynuujemy nasze przygody w Swansong. Co ciekawe, zaraz po premierze Silent Hill Downpour na kanale, więc jest nadzwyczaj ciekawy. No i moi drodzy, dzisiejszy odcinek będzie jeszcze takiej średniej długości, natomiast wszystkie kolejne ze Swansong będą bardzo długie z tego względu, że chciałbym, żebyśmy zanadto długo serii nie katowali. No nie, to jest sign mówiący crime scene do not cross.
Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it.
Masakra.
The victim lost a lot of blood.
Ciekawe, że tędy był ciągnięty, nie? No kurde.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith? Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know.
Wyczucie niewidocznego. Po aktywowaniu wyczucia niewidocznego wystarczy spojrzeć na postać nie będącą człowiekiem, aby poznać jej naturę. Okej.
Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
Świetnie współpracuje.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Widzę właśnie.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut.
Nie bardzo mogę zaszaleć.
Bullet wound in the right hip. A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT.
Tyle? Chyba tyle. Wyczucie niewidocznego.
One of the weapons is missing.
Ciekawe.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry. You'll need to ask the concierge how to get to the parking garage. He's the one who sent my colleagues down.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. There are bloody prints on these bags. When I knew him, he took better care of himself. What's going on with him? Who'd leave that lying around?
Nie mam pojęcia, ja bym to załatwił raz, dwa.
Still looking.
The dinner of a mortal who's at the end of their rope.
Ale że pizzy nie dojadł?
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. Looks like Lydia's planner.
A Paco Staryko, o kurde. Okej. W porządku.
The apartment has changed since my last visit. I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
A tam za nim co jest? Policja w Bostonie, dystrykt 4. Mąż wrócił około 2 w nocy, ranny z ochroniarzami. Ranny był. Ha! Czyli wrócił ranny. Ciekawe.
Somebody slept here. A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch.
Okej. Co więcej?
They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. It seems like gardening is a real passion for Lydia. Not sure Jason shares your enthusiasm.
A moja żonka też się zajmuje kwiatami kolekcjonerskimi i jej to pięknie idzie. Dobra. Mamy z kogo wypicie w razie czego, tylko teraz z kogo i gdzie mamy, ale pytanie... O, tego nie badałem.
There's a retainer here somewhere.
Ja coś czuję, że to ten lokaj.
This is terrible.
Any news, guys? Nothing, Lieutenant. All right, no problem.
Mr. Adams,
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No, but believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and He was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line. Several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell. But nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Okej. Mnie jednak ciekawi jedna rzecz. Jak u licha znaleźć tego kogoś? Czyżby był w piwnicy? Tego nie wiem, ale napijemy się z tego gościa.
Meet me there.
Of course.
Of course, fucking of course. I wasn't asking, I was telling. To jest cheesy. Ależ to jest cheesy. Dobra. Skoro wiemy już tutaj, co było, spróbujmy iść za zapachem. O.
Moore's driver's license.
I tyle. Chyba nie pozostaje nic innego jak winda serwisowa, nie? Ciekawe. A to prowadzi do... Ciekawe, czy coś tu znajdziemy.
My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
To sam królik, tylko że duży. O kurde.
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
Tu jest Purawida. Była mowa, że w razie niebezpieczeństwa dzwońcie do Purawida. Ciekawe. Good luck decoding.
Poor kid.
The diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
Czy jak robi to tata? Udało się wysłać wiadomość do Mag. Okej. No nic ciekawego.
June's whole life in pictures. June dressed up for Halloween. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica. June celebrating her 4th birthday.
Dobra. W pokoju dziewczynki raczej nie znajdziemy nic niesamowitego, nie? Mam odbicie. Jakimś cudem.
A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Mhm. No dobra. Tu też jest krew. No dobra. No to winda serwisowa. To mogę się dostać do garażu nią, ale to bez sensu, dlatego że... O kurde.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. Ugh, what a mess.
Sejf cienny.
What are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
Target, Jason Moore. Address, 200 Clarendon Street, top floor. Exfiltrate target if possible. Otherwise, final elimination. Destroy Katapata's files. Complete mission for further instructions.
If I had gotten to Moore before you did...
I would have had to take him out.
Well, you could have tried. Well...
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
But there's no point in having two of us here.
You're going to go home now.
Very well, Mr. Bazori.
To szukamy. I musimy definitywnie z czegoś napić. Koniecznie. Teraz pytanie. Gdzie?
Ugh, what a mess.
No dobra. To gula załatwiliśmy. Dziwi mnie, że o tu nie mogę zajrzeć. Trochę to irytujące. Dobra, tutaj.
This is where I met Moore for the first time. Human logic is beyond me. What's the point in doing that?
No spokój, jakbyś nie był człowiekiem nigdy. Powinniśmy się napić, prawda?
A souvenir from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange.
Powinniśmy znaleźć gdzieś ciche miejsce.
Lydia and June at the beach.
Klucz z archiwu Jasona Moore'a.
A safe. Now we just have to find the code. Lydia and June at the beach.
Coś więcej? Skąd mogę wziąć klucz? W sensie... O! Stare monety. No proszę. Dobra. Stawiałbym, że urodziny młodej.
The mayor's deeds. Deeds. Stock portfolios. Moore doesn't just manage the Camaria's business. Dijon, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us? I understand better now. The prince asked Moore for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. Dijon Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis.
I tyle? Dobra, coś więcej.
A Boston manufacturer's files.
Czyli innymi słowy bez szału. Tego możemy wypić, nie? Możemy? Możemy.
I need to see you there. Okay, sure.
Sure. You want some coffee? Ach, ten bostoński akcent. No i dobrze. Teraz się zastanówmy, gdzie jeszcze mogą być akta na całą resztę. Pewnie w sejfie, tylko jaki tam będzie kod?
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
If you remember anything else, let me know.
Of course.
No dobra, nie mamy punktów, żeby zaszaleć i sobie coś przypomnieć.
It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes.
No niestety, nie mamy szans, by sobie przypomnieć większość rzeczy, a szkoda. Notatek tu co niemiara. Tam coś jest. Karta magnetyczna. No proszę. Mamy już jedną. Ale ta powinna też się przydać kiedyś. No dobra. Dokąd teraz? Tego nie wiem. Musimy znaleźć kod do tego cudeńka. A tym kodem najpewniej będą urodziny córki, tak bym stawiał. Tam nie poszedłem do windy. Mogę iść do garażu, ale jestem ciekaw pomieszczenia, gdzie córka była. A najpewniej była tu, prawda? Nie, bo tu jest krew.
I've never been in this part of the apartment before.
O kurde. Tu będzie co zwiedzać.
A cell phone. Locked, of course.
Droga Lidio. Dziękuję za książkę z wierszami, którą mi wysłałeś, całą córkę. Battle Underwood. O.
Beryl, will you ever change?
Mamy. Zostały tak naprawdę 2 dokumenty jeszcze tylko. Na nich.
Poems in Lydia's mother tongue.
Stara moneta. Będzie co znaleźć, coś czuję. Albo nie.
Bottle of disinfectant. Obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. It must have been used to dress a wound.
Średnio mi to wyszło chyba, nie?
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Okej. Call, tam było, że w razie emergency call. Trzeba znaleźć listę numerów, nie? Definitywnie trzeba znaleźć listę numerów. Dobra, czy ja mam coś, co może mi... Czemu nie? Może się przydać. Wypite. Dobra. To musimy kombinować. Pokój córki. Gdzie do licha był pokój córki? Nie pamiętam.
Drafting table. That must be Lydia's desk.
Kod do sezonu się zmienił? Tak, teraz to urodziny Juna, nie mówiłem? Okej. Zadzwoń, o kurde. Ciekawe.
June in Costa Rica.
Urodziny June, powiadasz. To musimy iść do jej pokoju. Który już nie pamiętam, gdzie jest. Bo układ tych pomieszczeń jest tak zagmatwany momentami. ale to chyba tutaj. Tak.
June's whole life in pictures.
4/09/2015.
June celebrating her 4th birthday.
Dobra, czyli 2011. 4/09/2011. Udało się. Richard Dunham.
There was a lot of money involved. We're not going to get a return on our investment anytime soon. A thank you letter from Fortress Security. After the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
Nieźle.
A thank you letter from Fortress Security. After the installation of a system for more. Maybe he kept it for reference.
A w komputerku nic ciekawego, no dobra. Czyli jakoś sobie radzimy. Zaskakujące jest to, że ta gra naprawdę opiera się w 99% na łożeniu, eksplorowaniu i czytaniu i gadaniu. I ma to swoje plusy, ale czasami jest straszliwie toporne. Daleka droga przed nami. Daleka droga. No nic, moi drodzy. Coś tam ogarnęliśmy. Musimy jeszcze ogarnąć parę rzeczy w tym pomieszczeniu, ale wydaje mi się, że zrobimy to już w kolejnym odcinku. Także dajcie mi koniecznie znać, co sądzicie i czy chcecie zobaczyć więcej wampira na kanale. Jeżeli tak, będę mega wdzięczny. Zostawcie oczywiście kciuka w górę, bym wiedział. No i napiszcie mi w komentarzach. Poza tym subskrybujcie i zostawcie dzwoneczek, wtedy żaden film was nie ominie. A ode mnie w tym odcinku to tyle. Mam nadzieję, że się wam podobało. Pamiętajcie, że moje odcinki powstały dzięki wsparciu patronów z Patronite'a, do którego link znajdziecie na ekranie i poniżej. Ponadto pamiętajcie o kciuku w górę i tym, że odcinki na kanale pojawiają się codziennie o 16 i 19. Śledźcie Facebooka i Instagrama, żeby być na bieżąco, oraz Twitcha, jeżeli chcecie oglądać mnie na żywo prawie codziennie. Tymczasem trzymajcie je ciepło i do miłego usłyszenia.